Check my mic. Check, check. Tony Turn. Check my mic. DJ Rico. Wait a minute. Hell production. We putting it down, baby. Sing it to 'em right here, Tony.
I got a feeling I can't ignore. Girl, I've never been known so sure. Needing you more and more.
Yeah.
Gonna show you what I have in store. Tricks and games that I wanna play. Just tell me that you're on your way.
Tony B.
Cause I can't wait another day.
Oh, my
And I know you wanna play. Girl, I know the spots that'll make you hot. Baby, ready or not, you know. Girl, I know the place. It's within the place. Tell me that you're on your way.
Check my mic. Check, check. Tony Turn. Check my mic. DJ Rico. Wait a minute. Hell production. We putting it down, baby. Sing it to 'em right here, Tony.
I got a feeling I can't ignore. Girl, I've never been known so sure. Needing you more and more.
Yeah.
Gonna show you what I have in store. Tricks and games that I wanna play. Just tell me that you're on your way.
Tony B.
Cause I can't wait another day.
Oh, my
And I know you wanna play. Girl, I know the spots that'll make you hot. Baby, ready or not, you know. Girl, I know the place. It's within the place. Tell me that you're on your way.
Hey y'all. It's been a long time. How y'all doing? All right, y'all check the title. And we're not, that is, okay. Let me say it like this. I hope everybody's having a great, what day is it? What day is it for real though? Wednesday?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. I think y'all lying. I don't know what day it is, y'all. So baby said it's Tuesday, so it's gonna be Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a great day. You know. Now your girl don't be on these YouTube streets. But I've heard that there was an issue with a young man that used to, you know, come into our chat back in the day when we was on all the time. Hey Marietta, how you doing? And he had an issue with an underage situation online. Okay. Let me start this off by saying, hey, cool gamer, hey. Let me start this off by saying, online dating in and of itself is a risky proposition. It's risky as hell. And here's why. Because even in 2026, even with damn near every electronic device having a camera attached to it, people are still being catfished. People are still being lied to. And the internet is a perfect place to find scammers and bullshit, basically. So I'm going to start with that. Dating sites, they are not like they used to be. Dating sites used to be sites and then dating. Now it's just all dating. And there's really no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's really no safeguard. You say it's a safeguard. You got to send your ID. Okay, well, I use my brother ID who's 21. I use my daddy ID. I use my mom ID, my sister ID. They don't know who I am for real. So there's really no safeguards when you're online. That being said, I don't know the specifics about this particular gentleman, but this is what I'll say generally. I don't care how old you are. If you're in your late 20s and your early 30s, anything 25 and above, if you are looking at an 18-year-old, regardless of whether or not it's an actual 18-year-old or a 13-year-old trying to be an 18-year-old, I don't really care which one it is. If you look at an 18-year-old at 35, you look at a 17, 16, and 15-year-old. So I have issue with that because the reality is I don't care if an 18-year-old is legal. They ain't grown. They're not on your level. There's not a shitting ass thing an 18-year-old could tell me except how to play a video game and some new slang that they done brought back from the 70s. That's all an 18-year-old could tell me. I have a thing, 2 years above, 2 years below, my age. That's my thing, 2 years above, 2 years below. And the reason I have that thing is because I feel like for a relationship to be successful, there needs to be certain things. There needs, and one of those things is commonality. common ground, an even playing field. An 18-year-old, a 21-year-old, a 25-year-old, shit, a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old does not have even standing with me because I have almost 2 decades on a 40-year-old. I have almost 2 decades of experience on them, and that is a grown up. I got almost 20 years on a 40-year-old of experience, of life experience that they don't have. Now imagine having damn near 50 years of life experience on my girlfriend. I come on here with y'all, me and DC break up, and the next thing you know, I'm dating a 19-year-old. Because I'm about to be 59 this year. I'm about to be 59 this year. Shut up. Don't let me tell you how you about to be while you're over there making noise. That's what I thought. So, I have almost half a century on somebody if I was dating a 19-year-old, 18-year-old. What can they do for me, to me, with me? Wait, what? I'm just saying. So, and no hate to anybody. But the reality is, it's just like when somebody does things like this, again, I don't know the situation. I don't really know how old Yusef is. But the reality is, when you put yourself out there in this situation, you run the risk of getting somebody who's lying. Not just about their age, about where they live at, who they live with, whether they married or not, how many kids they got, how much money they got, if they got a job or not, if they got a car or not. At my age, it's hard for me to say anything other than the fact I'm not. At my big ass age, I can't be dating to date. I gotta be dating to marry, dating forever. And what is an 18-year-old gonna do for me but change my bedpan in a nursing home? She gonna have to put me in. I have issue with adults dating children. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. Even if those children are considered legal by the law. The only child in here I can talk about is Nick. Nick is 21 years old. He's my child, but he's a child. What a 45-year-old gonna do with Nick? Figure out how many times they can answer the bro. The fuck? What? Nick's 21. Dog or what? Bro. What else? He say something else. My 21-year-old grown ass son is not equipped for a 40-year-old woman. He's not. And a 40-year-old woman shouldn't be unequipped for a 21-year-old man. Now, that being said, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how old Yusef is. So I can't speak on him. But if he was being lied to and he assumed that the person that he was speaking to was legal of age, then you still shouldn't be sending out pictures of your business. Okay, all right. I'm trying not to be a total asshole because he was lied to. It's not like this young person told him their correct age and he was doing it. He was lied to, and he still, and he thought that the person was legal. However, I still have issue with adults thinking that legal equals grown. I have issue with grown people talking about, "Ooh, I can't wait for them to turn 18." If you can't wait for them to turn 18, that means you ain't waiting because you're looking now. That means that they brush up against you, corner you in a room, tell you I'm old enough, you do it. There's no, look here, forget being married. Let's erase me being married. If I go somewhere and there is an 18-year-old, 19-year-old woman that likes me, wants to holler at me, and puts me in a compromising position, I promise you everything I love, I'm going to knock her ass out. Because I'm not, first of all, I'm not going to hell for you. Because I feel like I would go to hell. That's number one. Number two, this not attractive to me because outside of physicality, outside of physical interaction, I need to be able to hold a conversation. I need to be able to laugh and joke. I need to be able to sing a song and my partner know what the hell song I'm singing. I need to be able to reference a television show from 1985 and my partner be like, oh shit, I saw that episode. You know what I'm saying? An 18-year-old can't tell me what they saw last week. It's more, it's not so much about the sexuality of a situation as it is about the level of us being level on a level playing field, because I know how it feels to not be on the level playing field in a relationship. I know how it feels not to be steady, and I wouldn't want that for my partner. I just am not attracted to somebody that much younger than me. I never have been. Even as a young person, I didn't want the person I was dating to be that much older, that much younger than me. I didn't. And trust me, I've been lied to. Before. I'm gonna tell you, I was working at, what's I working? I wasn't teaching on Fridays. It was a restaurant. I was working at a restaurant. And there was a guy that I used to go have class with. He was too fine. However, I can't see good, and it was dark. And he was dark. I like the people I date to be visibly black. Let's put it at that. So he was sitting in the bar, and I thought the person that was hollering at me was that guy. And I knew how old he was because we've been talking to each other in class, right? Clearly, I didn't pay much attention to him. Because this dude snuck up on me. And he told me I was 26 at the time. He told me he was 21. And he was, he told me he was there. Because I do a 4-year thing. That's my thing. He was at the end of he caught me with the 4 years. I just turned 26 and told me he was 21. Okay. So we talked. We were together, I want to say almost a year off and on before I paid attention to his driver's license. I never picked up his driver's license before. And I looked at his driver's license. Being a bartender, I have to be able to calculate age really quick. So when I picked up his driver's license, because he said, go grab my driver's license from him, I said, cool. I grabbed his driver's license. I looked at it and I said, what the fuck? Wait. I had to stop and look and calculate in my head. He was 19 at the time. That ain't but 2 years, but it was 2 years that messed with my flow. And once I started paying attention to how he acted and our interactions together, then I could no longer just push it off as him acting like a young person. He was a young person. And suffice it to say, we did not last. And he was kind of stalkery, but that's a tale for another day. But the reality was, you can be lied to. And I get that. But I get that. I don't do it. I never thought the need to do it. You know what I'm saying? And my mama told me when I was young, old men give you worms. So I ain't never want to date nobody a whole lot older than me anyway. I just didn't. I don't want no daddy. I don't want you to be my daddy. If we date, I don't want to feel like I owe you something. And to me, that's what I feel like when you date somebody that's so much younger than you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that anybody over the age of 22 should be dating somebody 18 years old. So like I said, I don't know how old this young man is. I don't know the ins and outs of this case. I don't know anything about this young man or this situation specifically, but we're just using him as a jumping off point because the reality is there is so much going on now with the Epstein files, with changing laws, so it's easier for you to be able to do these things. The killing parts, the laws are making it easier for predators to prey on young people. And people get caught up in the whole, they legal at 18. Hell, in my state, they legal at 16. Hell, at my state, they can be married without their mom at 14. But how you sit up there sounding trying to justify dealing with a child. Because that's a child. You can't go to the club with this person. You can't catch a drink with this person. You can't, if you smoke, they can't even buy you cigarettes. But you telling people this your man's in them? You're a 55-year-old man and you got a 23-year-old girlfriend, but you got a 25-year-old daughter? Do y'all feel me what I'm saying? Yeah, they legal. Woohoo, whoop-de-doo. They legal. You know what? Up until a few years ago, lynching was not against the law either. The term lynching wasn't against the law either. So please don't get into legalities about anything. It's about who you are as a person. Now, do I feel bad that this person lied to this boy? I absolutely do, because I feel like, yeah, I absolutely do. Because if you have a choice and you choose to deal with somebody that is not an infant, my bad. You choose, my bad. But to me, you might as well be a toddler. At 18, you might as well be a toddler. Okay. If you have all the information and you make the conscious choice to pursue somebody that is under the age of 21, that's on you. However, if you don't have all the information, if you're being lied to, I think there needs to be some consideration for that. But I also understand the parents wanted to pursue this because you know what happened. So I understand that there's no black and white. People think that there's just black and white, but there's not. If I'm lying to you, and you are doing stuff based on my lies, right? Then you don't have the information to do the correct thing. So you getting in trouble or you losing your job or you going to jail, I should have some responsibility in that. Now, if he found out that this person was underage and he still did freak sneaky shit with him, then you know what? Go to jail, stay there, and I hope somebody fuck you. Oh, my bad. I hope somebody show you what it's like to mess with somebody that don't want to be messed with. Because children don't, let me tell you something. Everybody who got kids, I want you to remember back to when your kids were between the ages of 13 to 18 and tell me how many good decisions they made. I mean, period. Now, I'll wait. Think back to when you were between the ages of 13 to 18 to tell me how many good decisions you made. I know how many I made. None. Zero. Not a one. Somebody say, hey, you want to go drinking? Let's go. You want to steal that bottle of wine? I think I can fit it in here. You don't want to go home? You know what? My mama know I'm all right. No, I didn't make one good decision. And you got somebody who preys on that? I'm going to always have an issue with adults looking at children like they look at other adults. I'm always have an issue with that. And not just sexually, just with any situation. I have an issue nowadays. You have grown-ups with all the protests going on, with all the young people protesting ICE and protesting racism and protesting the government. You have a lot of young people, a lot of teenagers, high schoolers that are going out and spreading their voice and trying to change the system that is being built against them. And you have grown-ass men going attacking teenagers. I have an issue with adults who cannot regulate themselves like adults, and children are the ones that are paying the price for that. I've seen at least three different people attacking groups of teenagers, I guess because they're young and think they won't get their ass whooped, and getting jumped by all them teenagers. But the reality is you're making a grown-up decision to harass or prey on young people. And that will never be a good excuse to be a predator of any kind. sexual or otherwise. There'll never be a good excuse for that. There's never because she was excuse for preying on young people of any age. That's what I got to say about that. Hold on. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? That's just it is what it is. Me and baby watch the talk shows. There's 3 talk shows that come on between 1:00 and 4:00 in the afternoon. Steve, Karamo, and Maury. Maury is rerun. Steve and Karamo are new. So I have watched just today, 2 episodes of young people having to go on talk shows in 2026 because they're not old enough to sustain the relationships they're in with each other. Yesterday, there was a couple, 2 20-year-olds, and there was a gay couple, lesbian couple. So they didn't get married at 20 because, oops, she got pregnant. They got married at 20 after knowing each other less than a year because they thought that was something good to do. That was the good decision that 2 20-year-olds made. And now less than a year, I think they got married on Valentine's Day. So in a year, you're already on the Karamo show. You're already on a talk show trying to get help for your relationship. I watched 2 young people and the boy mama today because he wasn't old enough to sustain his relationship. Every 15 minutes, he got to call his mama. Mama, what kind of fabric softener? Mama, what kind of comforter should I buy? Mama, what kind of washing powder should I put in there? Mama, 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 mama. This is not a soapbox I'm standing on. This is just reality. How many of you have been to a family reunion and watched the old folks sit there and talk about the young people? How many of you have sat up there and witnessed your homegirl or your homeboy talk about how fine that baby is, 2, 3-year-old baby? He gonna be a heartbreaker when he grow up. Ooh, there go my new boyfriend right there. How many times have you heard your homeboy or your uncle or your cousin sit up there and talk about, ooh, I can't wait for her to get legal? Not grown, not older, legal. How many times have we sat up here and watched a teacher, a 20, 30, 40-year-old teacher, seducing 12-year-old boys? And they do it just out in public because nobody pays attention to little boys. Nobody thinks a man can be sexually assaulted for some reason. I don't understand why that is. I'm trying to see if anybody said anything because I'm not holding my phone. I have a 3-year-old granddaughter. And I can't even explain to you the havoc I would wreak, the amount of prison time I would do joyfully with a smile on my face if somebody touched my back. My son is 21 and he can handle himself, you know what I'm saying? But that's not to say I wouldn't shoot at somebody who was 45 trying to talk to him, because I feel like you just want to use my baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get the draw. And maybe somebody who is attracted to somebody younger, or forget that, somebody who's attracted to older people. I've heard a lot of it, and I hear it a lot more with women, but I've heard men say it. I want somebody who's older because older men don't play games. Older men don't do this. Older men don't do that. I don't know who been lying to these little girls. I don't know who has been lying to these little girls about grown ass men not doing what 18-year-old, 16, 17-year-old boys do. I don't know who been lying. I don't know who their press secretary is, but they are awesome at their job because a 45-year-old man is just as raggedy and trifling as an 18-year-old one. And an 18-year-old one is only 2 years older than a 16-year-old. And they barely bathe. Okay? Y'all sitting up here wanting and desiring folks that just learn hygiene. Okay? Y'all think that shit is cute. It ain't funny. It ain't cute. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing but I was a early developer when it came to the body parts to where people look at in a sexual manner. My boobs and my butt. I got them in the 7th grade. I lost a lot of weight. And I got a grown-up figure at the age of 12. And I have had unhealthy, unwanted attention because of how I look as a young person. And I didn't know what it was because I wasn't having sex but I was being what's the word I'm looking for? People would come up to me in a sexual manner because of how I look. Do y'all understand how hard that is? I'm not old enough to understand how to navigate that. I don't have enough experience. I didn't have enough experience to understand what was good interaction and what was bad interaction. Because you can say bad shit in a good way. And if I don't know the difference, I don't know the difference. Especially if you don't have somebody telling you what the difference is. I didn't get sex education talks or any of that stuff. But I understand yes, it is, Marietta. Yes, it is. When you look like, at 12 and 13, I looked like I was 16. I didn't mean to. That's just how my body was made. It wasn't something I did. That was in the 80s. That was in the 70s. I went to high school in 1981. I graduated from high school in 1985. No, I didn't know what the hell was going on. Nobody was telling me nothing. We didn't have classes for that shit. Get down, Jax. I couldn't help how I looked. I couldn't help that I had big boobs. I couldn't help that I had a big butt. I couldn't help none of that stuff. And I didn't know the significance of it to other people. To me, it was just how my body was made. It's just how I looked. I don't know what I told us. I think I told a story before, but we had a student teacher. He was a junior because he was like 21. So I think he was like a junior in college. And I went to a private Catholic school and he was a student teacher. And he was a nice looking guy. If I remember correctly, he was just a dude to me. He was just a teacher. But if I can remember what he looked like, he wasn't a bad looking guy. And he did nothing. He didn't push me in a corner or nothing. He didn't put his hands on my pants or nothing. But he would always be close to me if I asked a question. And instead of standing in front of the desk, he would come behind the desk and put his arm around my shoulder. And he wasn't rubbing on me or nothing, but now that I look back, I realized that he was being very intimate with a child. Now, he was 21. I remember being 21 because I remember I was like 12. So I remember the ages were swapped. But because you just straight, hey, Leilani, I love you. But I used to remember that every time that I would ask a question, or every time, because I was kind of nerdy. So I didn't ask a lot of questions, but we would have discussions, and he would come stand by my desk, and he would put his arm on my desk or put his arm on my shoulder. If we would be out, I remember if we would be out playing and he would be out, and if I was sitting over there by myself, because I didn't play a whole lot. I used to sit by myself a lot. I don't know why. Like, I can't tell you why I did it, but I did. And he would come over there and ask me if I'm all right, say anything I need. He would always touch me in some way. It wouldn't be I understand now that he was seeing how far he could go. But because of the way the school was set up, it wasn't set up to where I could be alone with him enough for him to go any further, which I am thankful for. But now I see he was doing the same thing they do now. Y'all think that adults that mess with kids or that try to have whole relationships with 13, 14, 12-year-olds do that shit overnight? It's not overnight. It's gradual. It's being nice to me. It's gentle, subtle touches in places that aren't considered sexual. It's closeness. It's breaking down my walls that we build up automatically so that don't nobody touch us, because if your parents say you don't deal with strangers, you know what I'm saying? Realistically, a teacher's a stranger, but they're not. And if you have somebody that doesn't have discernment about themselves, if you have somebody that is attracted to younger people and you put them in a situation where they are surrounded by younger people and they find somebody that they want to deal with, they figure out a way to do it. Now, if he had more time, I don't remember how long he was there, because he was there for like a internship. He wasn't there like the whole time I was there. He was there for like a few months. Now, I imagine now that I'm adult and I look back, I imagine if he had more time or more opportunity, maybe it would have went further. And I can only thank God that did not happen. But I am relatively lucky in that respect when there are millions of young people that are not. And it goes so much further than content for YouTube. We have children. And I was watching, I know everybody, y'all know I get a lot of my stuff on TikTok. And you know, they had the TikTok going around. Well, it's not just TikTok. I've seen it on Facebook and other platforms. There is somebody did a video, would you kill for your child? And you had two factions. You had the mothers that said no, and you had the mothers that immediately said yes. I'm the immediate yes mother. I'm like, I not only would kill for my child, I would kill for your child. Hell, I would kill you for your child. No hesitation, no thought process. You might get in trouble. Okay. Well, guess what? The baby won't be in trouble. I'm old. I'm grown. I'm rusty. I'm out of there in a few years. The baby got their whole life. So, yeah. That was for Leilani, if y'all wonder why I made the low.
So, you
I can.
might want to. So with the Yusef stuff, okay, he got locked up for 30 days. Let's say that. I see both sides. I hear me.
Oh, let me turn my thing down.
No, you can. It was my headphones. So I see both sides. I see the side on his side where he didn't know how old the child was, because the child, created an account 18 and older. But like Lisa said, if you at a certain age, why would you look at a child, even if they are 18? You know they are legal. How could you even attempt to be, on Grindr, talk to an 18-year-old?
And Grindr is a hookup site. Not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Grindr is a hookup site. Grindr is not necessarily, Grindr is a dating site per se, but Grindr is a hookup site.
So in the meantime, then I blame the dude, the boy, but what happened was he didn't think his parents was going to check his phone. And when they check their son's phone, they see nudity from Yusef.
Well, okay, here's my question. Why would you send a picture? I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, and I'm a visual person, but I have questionable pictures on my phone, but not of me.
Like, Lonnie, can you get on this panel? Because you got kids too, so I just have questions. Because you have girls.
So what you keep here's my thing. What you send a picture for to somebody you don't know, because people you send your little Peter Weeder out there to this little boy, you could have been sending your Peter Weeder to a porn site.
Right, but you've been talking to them when they never physically met or anything like that. They just did a phone thing, like a text thing or whatever the case is.
Did he not FaceTime? Because a 14-year-old, well, I ain't gonna lie. Some little boys do be looking old as hell. But if you see
Because some of these little 14, 15-year-olds, they got full facial hair.
You remember them little boys Nick used to play that football again?
Yeah,
Like, who daddy is that?
We started these kids that was on playing against Nick team was grown men, and they were 15, 14, 16. I remember.
But if you look at them, if you really look at them, you can see the youth in their face.
Not all of them.
Well, that's true.
Not all of them, because we was trying to get the board figure out why these kids play grown.
Why these grown ass men over here playing football in high school?
Yeah, but it's just crazy because, you know, for his parents to see that, and then they called the police on Yusef.
Now, were they in the same city?
That I do not know.
I mean, was it like a possibility for them to actually meet in person?
I mean, people, you know, technically people will travel.
And I have a question. Okay, now baby is going to mute me if she can catch me, but she ain't gonna be able to catch me. She ain't gonna be able to catch me. I'm asking because I don't remember Yusef all the way. And I'm not trying to be funny, and it sounds like I'm trying to be funny, but I'm not trying to be funny. Leilani, because she normally knows shit that I don't know.
That's why I told her to get on the panel. Leilani, you still here?
Is, or anybody who know, y'all can just put in chat if you know, is Yusef developmentally challenged in any way? I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about developmentally. And depending upon if somebody can answer me, I will tell y'all why I asked that question. Well, I can tell y'all why I asked that question while somebody's answering for me. Here's the thing. When you get into developmentally challenged, there are a lot of people who have not reached the emotional age of adulthood. And I'm not talking about assholes who act like they still in high school. That's not what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. 16, 17, 18-year-old young people who have the developmental, who have the who are on the 5th grade level, who are on the 3rd grade level, who, you understand what I'm saying? You have adults who are on the 5th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade level as far as mentality and as far as development. Because a lot of times if a person is not developed adult, I'm trying to be ugly. That's what I'm trying to be.
Just say what you gotta say.
Okay, don't know. Okay. A lot of times, if you have not developed fully as an adult into adulthood, if there is some kind of psychological or mental disorder that inhibits your development, then no, a 25-year-old man will not, a 25-year-old developmentally challenged person will not have the same thought process as a normally developed 25-year-old man, and so on and so on and so forth. So I was asking because I needed that information. I just didn't want to go in on somebody that has an issue that may have facilitated why they wanted to talk to somebody who's 18. Now, if they don't have any issues and it's just a regular smuggler and you are in your late 20s and early 30s and above, what are you dealing with an 18-year-old for? If you are not 18, 19, or 20, maybe 21, why are you dealing with somebody who's 18? What can they do for you? I want to know. They can't rent a car for you. Unless they're independently wealthy, they ain't got no finance for you. They ain't paying your bills. Oh, and bet.
No.
Oh, hey.
Here.
But you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it doesn't make it any different as far as that goes, but it does impact how people deal in social situations. Your development impacts that. Now, your two babies, one is eight older, is one is 18 or older, one is not. What is your cutoff age that they can date if they're dating?
A year or two above or below their own age.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh, no, you can.
All
Okay,
right.
you're saying the age bracket for your daughter, right?
Mm.
And you found out by sneaking through their phones, they're talking to a 45-year-old man.
He's going to jail. Either him or me. One of us is going to jail.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna be Yusef for a second. Your baby lied about her age. She was presenting herself as an adult, 18, 19, 20, whatever. Does that alter your perception anyway?
For the 15-year-old, the 14-year-old?
Yeah.
No, because it's a 14-year-old.
Okay.
And
Now
nothing
that's
about looking at her says 18.
see, because my thing is this: if you look at that, my thing was this: I don't know the specifics, which is why I don't want to speak on burn this thing, burn him. But my thing is, if you are anything older than 25 and you're actively looking for anybody under 20 years old, I have an issue with you because you was looking at them when they was way under 20. I feel like you didn't just start looking at somebody because they got legal. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was looking at them when they was 14, 15, 16, 17. I think there should have been some punishment. I do. I mean, come on now. First of all, here's my issue. Stop sending dick pics through the mail. I mean, not the mail. Through the internet. Especially if you've never met this person. I feel like people are just stupid. It's just me. You've never met this person. You know what I'm saying? And you just gonna free ball your stuff out there like that?
They
well,
do.
no, okay, I ain't gonna
sit up. That's what they do. Yeah, that's what
I ain't gonna sit up there lying saying I ain't sent a picture or two. You know what I'm saying? However, I had seen this person, interacted with this person before I sent this person a picture of my woohoo.
Yeah, but that's not how men work. That's how women work. Men be like, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Look."
Well, now, okay. Okay, I will say that it's different because all right, now I'm old, so go with me. I really didn't have back in the day before I started, before I came out, I really didn't have the kind of phone where you could send me a clear dick pics. Trying to send me nothing.
See, and I've been on the internet as long as the internet's existed. So before phones, I had a camera. Like, I'm one of the original people on the computers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm dial up. Yeah, I'm AOL. I'm the dial up, the noise, the AOL noise. I ain't never had no camera though.
Ever. Even to the point to where I had someone put there. I thought it was a woman. I thought it was a woman that I knew that added me. They used her name and then sent me a video chat. And I thought I'm gonna talk to Christy.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I'm looking at a penis.
I don't remember that far back.
Why am I looking at this?
I don't remember that far back, but I know that I'm trying to figure out Who has? I'm trying to figure out, have I ever been sent a picture of a dick?
I've been sent a lot. Picture,
Mm-mm.
video, live video. They will
Let's.
just send it for no dang reason. You know, y'all started talking about crayons, and all of a sudden, look at this.
Mm. But I don't understand. That don't make no sense. Okay, because here's the thing. Now, here's the thing, and y'all here. So Marietta said people are stupid. Yes, they are. But here's the thing. Him sending a picture of his business. The boy sent a picture of his thing, and the other boy sent a picture. The boy and the adult sent a picture of their thing. That is now child pornography. I understand that, right? This is not just you sending a picture of your wing wing to some dude on the internet. If this dude, this is how I think. Because, I mean, not that I think like a criminal, but yeah, I'm thinking I'm not going to send you a picture of something that could get me put in jail, because I've seen teenagers get charged with child pornography for sending a bra pic through on a text message.
Right. And that's a discussion I have to have with my child, because she's 14, and I have to explain, you will get in trouble.
Right.
You are not of age. You will get in trouble. Even though it's you. You can't do that. And if somebody send it to you, you can't show it to somebody else, because now you're involved with showing their child porn. Not like it's a whole circle of crazy.
Even just having it on your phone.
Yep.
Not even sending it out. If somebody pick up your 14-year-old's phone, and there are pictures of her on there in different undress, you know what I'm saying, in different states of provocative. I'm trying to figure out how to say this without being crude. That's why the words don't look like they go together. But in different stages of provocative, even if she hasn't sent them, she can be charged with child pornography but having it on her phone.
Yep. And that's why I said, even if it's you.
So I don't understand why we just willy-nilly just freeballing. My thing is this: if I haven't seen you, if I haven't physically seen you in person, you know what I'm saying? Or we haven't FaceTime to where I done seen your whole body top to bottom. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when I started dating women, I saw way more coochie than I ever seen dating. Because the girl is just whip it out. Hey, girl, when your clothes at?
That's him I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen nobody's.
Well, I mean, you only swing one way, which is fine.
But I've seen a whole lot of dingling.
I mean, I've seen it, but I mean, okay.
You know, and sit without me asking.
And as a woman who has dated men in the past, even though I'm lesbian in the present, I never thought that the penis was attractive. And it could be because I've always been gay and just grew up in a time where you couldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why I never thought, because I've heard some of my homegirls be like, oh, his thing's so pretty. And I'm like,
yeah, I don't get that either. But I feel like if it belongs to you, you might think it's pretty. But when it's just some strange random person, no.
Well, no, I mean, me and my homegirls will watch porn and they be like, oh, he got a pretty thing, or oh, I'm gonna get it, or I've heard, oh, I want to get one like Mr. I can't think of the boy name. He was a porn star, and he had a dildo, and I can't think his name. Saved my life, but we used to joke about it. And it was made in his image, I guess. It was his actual thing that they used to make the mold.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they used to be like, oh, I'm gonna get one like Mr. So-and-so. I was like, okay. I was like, cool. But I never looked at it and went, oh, that's pretty. And so I don't understand. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
don't understand.
I don't see the prettiness, and nobody's interests me unless it's one that I've used. I don't care what it looked like.
I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't trying to be funny, Leilani. I ain't trying to be funny. Even if I love you, I still don't want to be. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it's one that you've you enjoy it, you could get a flashback, you know.
But okay, here's the thing. I think this conversation has devolved, but I think that it's because I have always been bisexual leaning gay, even before I knew it, because I always thought women's nudity was pretty. When I used to go out to the club, to the strip club or to stripper night at the club. It wasn't a strip club, it was stripper night at the club, which was Friday night at the little club that, we had in Alabama. Friday night was stripper night, or was Saturday night. One of them nights. Friday and Saturday night was stripper night. I don't know. No, Saturday night was stripper night because Friday night was holding the walk up. See, I had five club nights. Wednesday night was ladies' night. Thursday night was Thursday night special at one club. Friday night was hole in the wall club, that one club that got just one door, and you better hope don't nothing pop off or your ass gonna be stuck in their club. And if you ain't from the South or the country, you don't understand what the hell that means. So just roll with it.
I always sit by the door.
Yeah. So Saturday night was the same club that was Wednesday night, ladies' night. Saturday night was stripper night. Sunday night was Thursday night club, but it was Sunday night. So anyway, we would go to the club on Saturday. We knew there were strippers there, but I was sitting in the back, like in the corner away from the stage. And so I go there one time on my birthday. And my friends are like, come up closer. We're not going all the way in the back. I'm like, if he shakes his dick in my face, it's going to be a fight. And do not tell nobody it's my birthday. I'm like, do not tell nobody it's my birthday, because it's the first thing they want to do. As soon as they know it's your birthday, they want to come swing their thing in your face. So did the bitch listen? Absolutely not. So we get up close and she over there, birthday girl. I was like, oh, we gonna fight. This club about to clear out. So before I could do anything, he run over there, and the table we were standing at was like, it was like a bar top table, a tall table, but it was like on a pole in this. It's crazy. The table was around the pole. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he jumps up on the table and holds on and swings his thing, and I'm sitting there going, I'm just standing there like this. I'm like, I'm gonna punch this bitch in her titty. I'm gonna punch this bitch in her titty in this club. So he's just sitting there doing this thing, and I'm just sitting there going, I'm like, boy, if your dick hit me, I'm thinking to myself, because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So, but when the girls would come out, I would move up close to the, when it was girls' night. So it could be because I've always thought women were beautiful. I don't like male strippers. I done told y'all that 1,000 times. I hate male strippers. That's just my personal thing. I don't like it. It's not attractive to me. I don't want no Chippendales. I don't want to watch baby watches. What's that thing called? Queen? What's her name? All the Queen's men. You know, the one where the madam runs a strip club. Baby, watch that. The show, not the strippers. P Valley. That's all women though. I be in the P Valley, but I be watching them on that part. But I'm no better than a man sometimes, so it is what it is. But I don't understand the just passing out dick pictures like that, because it ain't pretty. It's veiny and don't let it be little. And I think some dudes have blindness to what they sending out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe their camera was on magnified. What?
Right now, she can hang out when she wants to.
I'm just saying. All right, we grown. Our channel set to grown, and it's almost 9:00. There shouldn't be nobody on here that can't hear what I'm saying. The reality is that penises aren't pretty to me, but I'm sure they're pretty to other people, because people be out there, looking at them. Shit, go ahead. I watch porn, and every now and again the dick pop up, and that's fine. It ain't for me, but it is what it is. It still ain't pretty. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand sitting there taking a picture. Now understand, you just ain't taking a picture. You got to take the picture, make sure the lighting right, edit it, and send it. So there's a whole situation before it actually reaches somebody else, where you could have thought, maybe this is not a good idea for me to put my dick in the world like this.
Men don't necessarily do all them steps though. They just take the picture and send it. They ain't making sure it look good. They ain't editing nothing. They just send you whatever random. Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Because I could tell you quite a few of them pictures was sitting on the toilet. It's like, why?
And okay, here's the thing. I can understand somebody that I'm dating and that I've had sex with to send me. I can understand that. Do I want it? And is it something that makes me go, ooh, ding, ding? Absolutely not. Am I all right with it if my boyfriend or the dude I'm dating send it to me? Absolutely, because I've seen it. It's not like he's sending me a picture of something foreign. It's his thing. But a stranger, because I don't care how long you talk to somebody on the phone. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all some good shit. I have long distance dated. I long distance dated DC. And did she send me a picture of her thing? Absolutely not. Are there pictures? No. She not one time did I get an unsolicited dick pic. Not one time did I open my text message and go and think I'm got to get some words of love and all of a sudden it's a coochie right there. Not one time. We long distance dated for a little bit, for not a long time, for a little bit. But we went only 45 minutes away. So if she really wanted to get some, she could have just drove and got it, which she did. But that's another story for another day. But anyway, I digress. I never opened up my phone. I never opened up one text message from my wife that was anything but words or memes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Pictures of other shit. Now have I taken pictures? Maybe. But again, my wife, my girlfriend, my sexual partner. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm getting at? I didn't get pictures before. I didn't get any pictures of my wife in any way other than her face before we were intimate. So this young man, the little boy that lied and the grown man that got lied to, I don't know what I'm trying to say, Leilani. Because
you said it was Grindr though, right?
Yeah, Grindr is a hookup site.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of just what they do over there, I think.
Just send out pictures of that thing, just out there like that.
Because it's a hookup site. It's literally like, show me what you got. Okay, let's meet in 5 minutes in the corner.
But okay, I don't see this. Here's the thing: we're using this particular situation. However, I don't know the specifics at all. Were they in the same town?
See, I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't know anything about this story. So
okay, baby, no, I don't know. But she don't even know that part because, people, I imagine we could look it up if we wanted to, but I really don't care to look it up. My thing is this. If you are not within an hour drive of the person that you sending your dick to, please keep it in your phone. Because what you going to do with it? What they going to do with it? It has no context. I think I'm just old, Leilani. I'm sorry. That's what I think it is. I think I'm just old.
I just know from that particular app. That app is usually for hookups.
Hooking up.
I thought that it was to hook up with people close to you. Like it finds people close.
Right. That's what I thought too. Because you remember how every time, it was a joke. I remember the only reason I know anything about Grindr is because of TikTok. And let me tell you why. Every time they have an election, the two different sides, the Republicans and the Democrats always having, think pieces of shit on the thing. But the one thing that happens every time that there's a Republican National Convention in a town or a city, Grindr, what's the word when the site crashes? Because it's so many people, it's so many down low men trying to hook up in the cities that they're in for a short period of time. Mm-hmm. So they crashed the site. And this is real. This is just not people making jokes. They crashed the site, the Grindr site, because so many people are trying to get on the site in a short period of time.
Yeah, 'cause I know about it because I follow T.S. Madison. I have for years.
I just
So, and it's she used to talk about it. Like she used to get people from there for money. But it
yeah.
found, it was looking for someone close. It was like, it does it within a so many mile radius is
Well,
what
that's what I mean. Here's the thing. Let's break it down to this. Let me break it down to this. There is two, and this is, and here's the thing. I told y'all on multiple occasions. If it doesn't matter how much you explain something to me. If it doesn't make any sense to me, it will never make any sense to me. You understand what I'm saying? There is no pedophile or child molester that can explain what he's doing to me because there is too much free grown ass coochie out there. There's too much free grown ass dick out there. If we just gonna break it down to it, there's too much free. Hell, there's too much grown up purchasing power out there. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to mess with kids. There's no reason for you to mess with somebody underage unless there's something wrong with you. I don't want to hear you talking about a child seduced you. I don't want to hear you talking about a child, I was weak. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Because you can leave 13 children in my room, naked in various ages, and guess what? It's going to be 13 naked ass children getting their ass whooped. They don't sit down somewhere and shut up. Get your ass over there and watch TV. You want to see Bluey? What the hell? All us, we about to watch Disney. Say one more thing. That's all you can get from me. Some snacks, some fruit snacks, a couple of some fruit boxes, some juice boxes, some Capri Suns. Now I would sugar your child up and send them home to you, but that's the only thing you have to worry about. I don't give a damn how many pokes you put in here. You can put 1,700 teenagers in here in different stages of undress, and guess what? It's gonna be 1,700 naked ass teenagers in here getting ignored. I don't want to hear nobody sit up there and talk about I was weak or they seduced me or I don't want to hear that shit because I want what I want. And if I don't want a child, I'll never want one. If I don't want a man, I'll never want one. It's just like when a man tell you, oh, you ain't found the right dick yet. Bitch, I done found a bunch of dicks, and guess what? All of them ugly. Okay? I don't want to hear that. I hate to hear people justify. I hate when women do it because women go a different route than men when they child molest and they pedophile on kids. They go the emotional route. Well, my father did this and my childhood was that and da 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 da. And I just fell in love with their essence. Bitch, you fell in love with a 12-year-old. Mary Kay Letourneau was in her late 20s, early 30s. That boy was 12. 12. She had a baby by a 14-year-old. I don't want to hear that. I don't give a damn. I got daddy issues too. I ain't had one. The motherfucker was gone. And guess what? I still didn't mess with no kids. Me and my mama didn't have a good relationship. Guess what? I still didn't mess with no children. So I don't want to hear none of these dumbass excuses. You just a nasty bastard. And all of them, like I said, we try to be sometimes, Marietta. This topic, I took it away from where it was because, like I said, I don't know this young man and I don't know the situation, so I do not want to speak on it. I'm only speaking in generalities and using this particular situation as a jump off point. But I didn't want it to stay there because the reality is that this has been going on since the beginning of time. This has been going on. People don't understand how recent laws were made that adults can't marry kids, because back in the day, that was just the norm. How do y'all think?
They're trying to change them again and let them marry
and change them back. And a lot of those Midwest states have. How do y'all think Miss Celie was in The Color Purple? How do y'all think she was when her daddy, her stepdaddy, because I want her dad, was that her daddy?
She thought it was her daddy, but he wasn't.
Oh,
But she thought it was.
because she had kids by her daddy or stepdaddy, whoever he was, when she was a child. How do y'all think she was when he sold her to Mister? Do y'all think that was an 18-year-old that he gave to Mister?
Nope.
That was a child. That was a child taking care of children that were older than her, like that was their mama. And that's just how it was. 40, 50-year-old men marrying 12-year-olds.
She was 14.
Whole religions wrapped around one man, old as
But he
dust.
was trying to marry the 11-year-old.
And was.
Had been watching the 11-year-old for years.
Since she was a toddler. Do you know how this?
Won't see a netty. You.
Mm-hmm. Children are disgusting. I look at my sons. My son is 21. Right. My son just started washing his ass good when he was 16. Okay. Now I understand that he gonna have issue with me telling that story, but the reality is everybody who has a little boy understands that. I had to find out later in life the little boys don't like to wash their ass till somebody tell them they stink, other than their mama, because I don't count. How can you look at somebody that can't dry you no well? You hear me? This you trying to date somebody that can't pick you up for a date.
Not because he ain't got no car.
Because he ain't old enough. You trying to go out, hang out with somebody who can't get in a nightclub with you. Got to wear the little wristband because they under 18 or 19. You got to go to a kiddie club. You got to go to Chuck E. Cheese because your girlfriend is 17. You got to go to Sky Zone. Do you know how stupid that sounds? But the reality is the fact that I have to say it. That's the stupid thing, that I have to say this. That this has to be a topic of conversation. That's what's stupid. I understand every situation is different. I get that. Yay, whoop-de-whoop. But the reality is there's one hard and fast rule. There's just one. Don't mess with children. I want a virgin. You ain't a virgin. What the hell you want one for? How many? What's your body count? Why? You want to add to it? So what difference do it make? I can't unfuck them. So what you care? Either you want me, you don't. Move to somebody else. That's my thing. They act like when people get to what kills me is every time I watch these shows and shit, and I listen to people talk about relationships and stuff. And the first thing, especially on the not even on the cheating shows, but on the paternity shows, she's a hoe. Everybody got a turn. Da 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 da. Okay, but who made her a hoe? Let's just say for the sake of argument, she a hoe. Oh yay! Well, but who made her that way? You were sleeping with her. So ain't you a hoe too? Two hoes get together and just hoe it out. A young person. I want to get them young. Do you know how many 30, 40, 50-year-old men I heard talking about I want them young so I can train them up? Boy, what you want, a dog?
That's exactly what they want, a pet.
Do you know I watched? There was a man that just got arrested a couple days ago with a $5,000 bond for having sex with a dog. First of all, who caught him? What is going on? I have not left the house in the past 2 or 3 months. And I can direct you to at least 10 grown-ups that have sex with you. So, and what is going on?
My thing with that is, had it been a child, he'd be free.
That's the crazy part, wasn't it?
He'd be free.
That is the crazy part. He would have been free had it been his girlfriend's child. She wouldn't have believed the child. She would have been on a talk show talking about she lies. She sleep with all my men. She's 16. It's just not the perpetrator's fault. A lot of times when it comes to kids, it's the family's fault. Not just the perpetrator, not just the person they let in, but the person that's supposed to take care of. Women bringing men around their babies, moving them in before they know their middle name. Telling their daughters to go put some clothes on. Instead of not bringing raggedy motherfuckers in your house, you tell your baby to go put on some clothes. That's her house. That's just like telling me that my dog got to be outside because you don't like dogs, bitch. This is the dog house. I just paid bills. It's not just the perpetrators, because guess what? They don't have any allegiance to your child. They don't have any relationship with your child. They don't have anything with your child. To them, it's prey. To them, it is something that they can conquer. It's a conquest. I don't know. Why are people talking about this? This is sick. Because I'm grown. Because this is what's happening. It's because people need to talk about it. Because you need to stop sticking stuff under the rug. Because people need to bring these people to light. Because you need to see their faces. Because every day, somebody who messes with kids needs to be on the news. They need to be in jail. Because you need to stop putting it in the back and put it to the front so that it'll stop happening. So that maybe a bitch will feel bad about doing that to their kid. Maybe a mama will believe their child the next time their child comes to them and tells them that somebody touched them, that somebody hurt them, instead of talking about, well, let me go talk to them about it. Maybe the next time your child comes home and tells you that they don't feel safe, that you'll go see why they don't feel safe. That's why we talk about it. Because not talking about it is why you have generations of children who have trauma they'll never get over. Because we have generations of children that become the predators. Because we have children killing themselves because nobody believes them. But you want to ask why we talk about it. We talk about it so that people will see themselves and hate themselves and maybe, just maybe, stop doing it. That's why we talk about it. That's why I'm talking about it. I don't know why the fuck you talking about it, or even on here. If you don't want to talk about it, guess what? Block me. Go on about your business. But I'm talking about it because I have children that I love. That's why. You can't hide this stuff away. How many of y'all got that uncle that your family always talking about? You can't have him around the kids. Y'all will be more mad at the bitch that steal than you will be at the bitch that mess with babies. Y'all will be more mad at your crackhead auntie than you will at your nasty ass uncle. Cousin, auntie, I don't care, male, female, don't matter. Women and men are equally as nasty. How many times have you heard that said? I know I used to. How many times have you seen somebody grab their kids away from somebody because of something they do? As opposed to calling the cops, as opposed to keeping this person out of your house, you'll regulate the children, but you won't say nothing to these grown ass people. Hey, Elsie. So every now and again, we talk about uncomfortable things because that's why the people who are doing them are so comfortable, because we allow that uncomfortable to let us be silent. If you have a child that you love, if you have a grown-up child that you love that may give you grandbabies at one point, let it be known that messing with kids around here will get you killed. I'm not going to sit up there and worry about whether the police got evidence. I'm not going to sit up there and worry about whether or not the judicial system works, because it doesn't all the time. It really doesn't when it comes to sexual assault of any kind. Children, women, men, it doesn't matter. For some reason, sexual assault is the one of the most, if not the most underreported and under penalized crime there is.
Yep.
You can kick a dog, not kill it. You can kick a dog and get 30 days in jail off the rip. You can brutalize a child and go home. Be on house arrest. Get a little slap on the wrist. I did. I said, you can assault a woman, an unconscious woman, by a garbage can where people are watching. And the judge will tell you, you're a good boy. I'm not going to mess up your future because of this one mistake you made. You can be a 70-year-old man who has brutally brutalized your grandbabies for years, and you get house arrest. Y'all think this shit just... all of a sudden I'm talking about it so it's fresh and new? No.
House arrest in the house where the grandbabies live.
Absolutely. You can rape and impregnate a woman and then fight for custody of the child that comes from that rape and get it. You can be a child bride raped by your old ass husband, have a child at 12 by a 45-year-old man, and you have to give that man custody. So you worry about what I'm saying? You need to be worried about folks doing, because this shit is unacceptable. And they don't make enough bullets. Now I have strayed from the initial thing because, like I said, I don't know the specifics, so I'm not going to speak specifically on it. However, if I had to recap, if you ain't seen this person, if you ain't touched this person's driver's license, if you can't put your hands on this person, please keep your dicks at your house. That means pictures of them as well. Because the reality is, you deserve the 30 days, dog. You have to think more about yourself for real than you have to worry about whether or not you get a little pleasure sending. You know what I'm saying? It's way too easy to play with yourself instead in the comfort of your own home than it is to go to jail because you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that you know what? I get that there are sexual people, and sometimes to some people, sex is more important than a lot of things. However, guess what? You still got to play with yourself because you got to take a picture of something or send a picture out. So why not just take care of yourself in the pleasure of your own home instead of, I don't know if I send this picture out, I don't know who I'm sending this picture to. I don't know how old they are. Maybe I should keep this at home because I don't want to go to jail just for playing my thing on TV. And I don't know, maybe that's just a age thing. Maybe I'm just older, and because I wasn't, because back when I was fine enough to be sending out pictures of shit, there wasn't no phones for me to send it out on. I had to send that shit out through 2 cans on the string. But by the time dial up pulled up, I'd have been a whole nother age. So maybe it's because I just don't understand how easy it is to do it. But I know who I am now. Who I am now is not just even if I was single, I just don't think I would just be click and send it out to some chick I ain't never met before. I don't think I do that because I don't know who I'm sending it to or who's gonna see it. That's my thing. I don't know who's going to see it. And then one day I'm at the bar and then somebody said, oh, hey, what? You know what I mean? Maybe that just sounds crazy. But you get what I'm saying, Leilani. Maybe everybody can't follow me, but Leilani understand.
App. It's the app that it was is the issue. Because I don't think normal people aren't just doing that just randomly to somebody they just met, but on that type of app, that's what they do over there.
But I get that.
It wasn't Snapchat, it wasn't Twitter, it wasn't Instagram, it was Grindr, and that's what the app is.
Hold on, I'm about to look up Grindr. Hold on. So I'm about to Google Grindr. I'm not looking it up. I'm gonna Google it because Google will just tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to Google Grindr.
You don't go to Pornhub to watch cartoons.
Absolutely not, unless the cartoon is doing it nasty. So
right. So it's just it's
Grindr.
It's a particular app. It's just kind of
okay. Grindr. Okay.
Profile pictures might already be it. Like that's the kind of app that is. Now
on here it says Grindr is the world's largest social networking app for gays, bis, trans, and queer people. That's what it says. Mm-hmm. Okay, how does Grindr work? Hold on. Yeah, you're right. Grindr works by using your phone's GPS to show you a grid of nearby LGBTQ plus users, sorted by distance, letting you tap the profiles to chat, send photos, including expiring ones, and interact via taps. I don't know what that means. Hold on. Grindr Extra is advanced. I don't know how it works. So yeah. Known for speed and directness, often used for casual hookups. Allows for sharing minimal personal info initially.
Because I know way back in the day, I don't know if it probably still happens, but I know back in the day, people were getting killed off of there. Because they're going to meet up with somebody, and the person come meet up, rob them, kill them, and take off.
Wasn't there a serial killer picking up people through Grindr? Hold on. Let me see, because I'm serial killer. Wait a minute.
It's like, what's that other app? Like Craigslist? They be, luring people out to some random.
Yeah, Craigslist was like that too.
They did that with Grindr.
Hold on. There was a serial killer that used it. He was in England though. He used Grindr. A Louisiana man was sentenced to 45 years in jail for killing people off Grindr. My thing is this: how many times do somebody got to do something bad on an app before you stop? How many people died because of Craigslist before we stopped just using Craigslist? So how many people got to get?
Because they still using it. So
yeah, I ain't been on Craigslist in a minute. Craigslist used to have. Hold on, y'all know I'm googling all this while I'm talking. Craigslist used to have a hookup thing, right? To where you could just whatever you want, whatever. All right, hold on. I'm about to go on Craigslist. Hold on, y'all. I'm going on. Let me see if they still have it. Hold on. I ain't going in. I'm on the thing. So y'all, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Community. Missed connections. Wonder what that is. I'm so nosy. That's for sale. Services. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to see. So would prostitute be under skilled trade? No, I'm just playing. Hold on. All right, they have discussion forums. Wait. I'm trying to look. Y'all, hold on. And you gotta hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Do they still have the roommates? Because those were some interesting things that used to.
Hold on, they got roommate. Wait. I'm looking. Rooms shared. They got that.
Looking for female roommate
Hold on, let me see. I'm going to room share. Let me see what they got. Hold on.
Must be young and thin.
Hold on. This is just room shared. This ain't. Hold on. It don't say roommate. Hold on. Let me go ahead. Hold on. Yeah, Craigslist was dangerous grinder. Has a lot of robberies tied to the site. Yeah. So I'm on Craigslist now. I'm not on Craigslist. I'm on Craigslist, but I'm on the page when you first hit it that has a different community and stuff. They used to have. Let me go to misconnections. Let me see what that say. What? I don't know what that means. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. All right. So what these? Okay. So hold on. I got one. This first one. Older gentleman looking for older lady to waste time with. Older male looking for a companion. Let's see what ages. Hold on. He's in somewhere. Older male looking for a companion. Hi, I am looking for a nice woman to go on walks, happy hours, live shows, dinner, and fun. No drama, no pressure. Older white man here. If you're interested, please reach out. He didn't get no time. I mean, he didn't get no age. What is this? Hold on. Tall lady in fitting room. All right, here we go. Now, anybody else want to do this with me? You can do this at the same time. So I'm on Craigslist, but I'm in my state. So you have to go to your state wherever you're at. So this is, hold on, y'all. This is called misconnections, right? That's what it says. That's just what it says. So I touched tall lady. This is the title. Tall lady, Macy's fitting room. That's what it says. That's all it says, right? This was Friday, the past Friday. Now, this is what he said. I'm assuming it's a he. We talked in the fitting room while you tried on that skin tight dress. I told you it looked good, but now I want to see the rest. You tall and dark like me, thick like me. Now, I don't know if that's a man or a woman talking to the woman. It might be a woman. But if
she's in the
fitting room, it might be a woman.
Fitting rooms are usually separated.
So, yeah, but it say tall and dark like me, thick like me. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a woman. Okay. All right, hold on. This is another one. This just says Lottie. That's for anybody that's in the DMV area. That's a international grocery store. Plaza Glasses woman. So I'm gonna click that. I don't know what it says, so that's all it says. I'm just showing you the random stuff that people just put out there. We were just talking about stuff. You are an older woman. We met at Lottie Plaza. We both had eye contact with each other and rushed to check out because family was together. Uh-oh. White female, 50 plus with glasses. I hope I can find you. They just hired. No, this on Craigslist. Just on the misconnections. That's what it say. Hold on. This one says the guy with the white and black striped cat beanies. What the hell is a cat beanie? Is that a cat hat? It's like a hat for a cat? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Hold on. Looking for a guy with a cat beanie, white and black stripe, who complimented me on my face paint. I had a black and white face paint celebrating my 20th birthday. I would have talked to you more. I was supposed to be meeting a girl with my family who stood me up. Really would like to meet again and chat. feel like when you put that out there like that, you giving like, I feel like, all right, now this will say miss you daddy. So hopefully this is somebody who actually missing their daddy. Y'all ready? It wasn't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This one says, now this is the title, Miss You Daddy. I was the older white guy you used to dress up and use. Still interested? Okay. That's what he said. Now we have a nice Christian male looking for a Christian female. You ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go. I am a Christian male. Sugar daddy. I am a Christian male looking for a Christian to go out with and get to know each other. Now that was I. Now,
okay, here's one I'm gonna read to you.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna look
Looking
for more.
that lost couple. Used to meet up with the fun couple on the south side. It's been a while, so not for sure if you're still around. Hopefully you found this, or if not, I find another. 38, 6'3" white male, if you remember.
All right. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Looking for my princess. You ready? You ready? I don't know. I'm telling y'all, I'm clicking it. I ain't looked at it first. So we're going to look at it together. It says, looking for my princess. Now that sounds sweet, right? Looking for their princess. All right, Disney. Let's see. We used to go out on coffee dates and grab lunch together. We always had fun, but never went all the way. Our arrangement was I would make you happy and I would get no return. I enjoyed so much that you knew what you wanted and you are a strong woman. You took what you wanted. Oh, snickety snap. She took what she wanted. Okay. It was an amazing setup. I love to please and I'm really good at the art of, I am 35. Italian, and you were 46, a beautiful black woman. You better have jungle fever. I miss our connection. Unfortunately, you moved to Oregon. Anyone else who would enjoy private time and attention? If you are black and love to be pleased, let me know. That went so far, so fast.
Look at my
all right. What you got? What does that one say? Hold on, I can't see. Hold on, I can't see. What did it say, baby? I can't see that.
Love your guts.
Oh, okay. Well, all righty then.
I miss you. I know you see this.
Okay.
That's crazy. You're supposed to read it, not what I said.
I can't read. I can't see it.
Read what I said.
Oh, where you put it at?
I plugged up.
Say what?
Say I love your guts. What Leilani posted.
Ah, that's yeah. I don't know how that sounds. I love you good. Wow. That ain't sexy at all.
I don't know.
I don't know what to do with that information. Hold on.
Night, Mariana.
Good night. Have a good night. Mwah. All right. Cake. Okay, y'all ready?
Girl.
Cake on me to share. Cake on me to share. That's what it says. That's the title. Wanting to share and enjoy. Show me your pic and where your location. Dudes 18 to 30. Now, that is vague as hell. You want a 12-year age difference. And you just want me to see your picture and where I'm at? No, Jeffrey Dahmer. Absolutely not. No. Let's see. Let me see. Now, this one says, new to the area, looking for friends. That's nice. Simple enough, right? Right. Looking for male friends. I'm new to the area, looking to talk and hang out. We can meet up, talk, do something. Hope someone replies. Thanks. Yeah, that was cool. That actually sounded like a dude looking for friends. Now, I didn't know dudes did that, but hey. You sat next to me on the metro. See, this is about to go south really quick. To the beautiful black girl who sat next to me on the metro, you looked awesome. I thought about you all the way home and hope you see this. Thanks for the flashy smile. I like to take you out to dinner and drinks, coffee, or a smoke. I was the guy with the blonde hair who you waved to when you were getting off the train. Okay, that was cute. That was acceptable.
Acceptable.
It was acceptable. This one just says lost connection. That's what it say. This don't even make no sense. We talked on a variety of issues and interests in different areas. You were said, wow. What? I just had a stroke trying to read that. I'm not keeping going. No, not doing that. All right, let's see. Hold on. Construction workers. Now, maybe this person looking for a job. Let's see. We made eye contact as I was driving on Friday morning. You are an older gentleman doing construction. I hope you see this. Do you know how vague that is? I think people just need to feel better about themselves sometimes. Ooh, Uber driver. Hold on. You were my Uber driver ending your day. You had a subtle accent, maybe Latino. Unfortunately, I don't recall your name. The ride was long, weather, traffic, but the conversation was stimulating for sure. I noticed you kept glancing at me from your rear view mirror. Guess you could tell how much I was enjoying the talk and the drive. Hope you enjoyed the view. I wonder what she was doing. You were intrigued by my clothing choices, LOL. By the time we reached my home, you were about to come in and have a beer and experience what we were talking about. But then you got one last call, another chance. So what was they talking about? Leilani? What was her fashion choice? So in 2026, we just out there asking. It's like Pornhub, just out here asking for. Let's see. No. You invited me over. What the hell? This is all it said. Now the title was "You Invited Me Over." This is what they put on Craigslist. You invited me over. At least you want to. I am a man, and so are you. Sunday morning. That's what it say. No punctuation, nothing. Tall, handsome man at Tris Coffee House. What that is? What is that? Leilani, I ask, because you're younger than I am. Have you ever, I know you're dating now long distance, but have you ever just had somebody just you saw in passing, like at a grocery store, like these people like I'm talking, and you ever just wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
No.
That you didn't address personally. You know what I'm saying? Like get their number.
No. I don't pay attention to people though, so.
Neither do I. So
you know, I don't like people, so I am not looking at anybody when I'm in the store.
Baby, I'm not looking. Let me tell you how nonchalant and much I ignore people. I think I told y'all this story, but maybe I did. My freshman year in college, me and my sister, I lived my first semester, I lived off campus on you know how it was HBCU, and you know how a lot of people have, and it was in the middle of a neighborhood. And you know how a lot of people have extra rooms and rent out rooms to college students. So that's what my mama did. She got me a room in this lady's house in the basement. And I had a separate entrance or whatever, but it was a good little walk. It was like a 10, 15-minute walk. You know what I mean? So we're walking home at the end of the day. My sister coming with me. We're walking home at the end of the day. And she said, that boy been following you all day long. I said, what the hell are you talking about? He said, look up. She said, look up on this porch. Now, there was a house that was like at the beginning of the street, and you could tell the college kids lived there, right? And I looked up and the house was up on a hill. It wasn't a high, tall hill, but it was up, so I had to look up to see. So I looked up and there was a dude on the porch and he waved. And I was like, you know how you wave stupid? Did that make sense? I waved like I was slow. I was like, okay. And I kept going because, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't studying nobody. Look, I didn't want to study you. So she said, he been following you all day. I said, who is you talking about? She said, he's been everywhere we been today. I said, you lying. So the next day, I paid attention because I don't pay attention. It's not like I don't think I can't get kidnapped. It's not. It's not like I don't think the serial killer might want to shoot me in the head. It's not. It's just that when you're raised in a small town and you were raised in the time that I was raised in the 70s and the 80s, to where we would just walk in the middle of the street at 2:00 in the morning and worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's stupid. Nowadays, you can't do that because they just snatching folks. But back in the day, I didn't worry about it. So I wasn't raised to worry about stuff like that. I was taught how to fight. I was taught how to shoot when I was a kid. So I'm thinking I can take care of myself. So we weren't looking at stuff like that. You know what I mean? So the next day I paid attention. I wasn't overtly paying attention, but I said, let me pay attention to my surroundings. Because I feel like if she saw him and I didn't, and she said he was there all day long. So the next day I paid attention. And I said, well, goddamn. Every time I came out my class, he was sitting right there. Every time I came, because when I wasn't in class, I would be playing spades in the union. Or we'd be watching TV on the big screen in the union. So every time I would come out and go to my class, because I would go play spades in between classes, because some classes I had like hours between, and I didn't want to go back home and then come back because that's a long ass walk and I didn't feel like it. It was hot. I'm in Alabama. It's hot as hell. I'm not doing that. So I would go play spades and then go to class. So every time I would come out of the union, he would be where I'm at. And it was like 4 or 5 ways to come out of the union. So I would go out the back one time, go out the side one time, and every time, and I paid attention. And I said, well, I be damned. He was everywhere I was at. And I'm like, he must not go to school because I am not in class, sir. And he wasn't bad. I mean, we ended up dating for a minute, actually, because that same day that I paid him attention, I went and hung out with my sister and we just stayed there for a minute. And I ended up walking home a little bit later and she went to her house and I went to mine. And I'm walking down the street and he's sitting on the porch. And he waves and he finally said something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, were you following me? Because I asked him, like, again. No. Okay, yes. But for some reason.
Tell her what I said.
First of all, DC said with your bold ass. Okay, here's the thing. Again, let me reiterate. I did not think I couldn't get my ass whooped. I understood from an early age that, yes, there's a bigger bad out there, and I can't always be Billy Badass. However, I didn't have sense enough to give a shit. That's what I'm saying. I knew that I could get my ass whooped, but it didn't matter. You gonna follow me. You know what I'm saying? Ball up and be a man about it. Follow me. You want to talk to me, say hey. So he waved, and I waved back, and I said, hey, did you follow me all day yesterday? He said, I've been following you all week. I said, well, I'm about to be serial killer food. I said something. I said, oh shit, I'm about to be on a. No, what I said was, I'm gonna be on a milk carton fucking around with you. That's what I said. Because that's what we on the back of the day, was a milk carton. Now you got all kind of stuff, but you know what I'm saying? So he came down and we talked. He said, he said, I was everywhere you were. I said, why? I said, why you didn't come say nothing? He said, I just didn't. I said, that don't make no sense. Because now you look crazy. Because again, I say what I want. Now understand this. Now understand that Generation X is built completely different than millennials and everybody else. We are not boomers and we're not millennials. We're right there we 7 years old at the house by ourselves with a key. We don't answer the door, don't answer the phone. We are go outside till the street light come on. You know what I'm saying? we used to get beat just for fun because parents come in there and beat you for shit you ain't
Hadn't
did
had
yet.
one in a while.
Huh?
You
Yeah.
hadn't had one in a
Because we
while.
ain't had one in a while. So we built a little different. So we ain't got a lot of us don't have sense enough to be aware of shit. So
let me tell you my little story.
go ahead. Hold on. Somebody said
I'm not quite that bad, but I am bad. Because I used to do my events in Walmarts and Targets and stuff. I set up my booths and gave out samples and stuff, right?
Right.
So
I remember.
I would notice the same dude passing by me over and over and over. I would notice him, but it never sunk in why this dude keeps passing by me over and over. And it took a long time. There were 3 different dudes that would do this. And it took a long time before my brain finally clocked that they be walking by pushing an empty cart at 10 o'clock in the morning. They pushing that same empty cart at noon. They pushing that empty cart at 1.
Hell, they was unemployed. They wasn't even good stalkers. They was unemployed.
It's right past my head that this fool is trying to get my attention. I just ignored him. Like I saw them circling.
They was unemployed stalkers. That's the killer part. Well, you ain't got no job doing that like that.
One of them was a fireman, but he would come on his off day.
Oh, okay.
One of them was a fireman. Because every now and then, if I had something he liked, he'd stop and get a sample and taste. But then he would just keep passing me by for hours.
Was he cute?
Yeah, he was cool. I just didn't pay I didn't pay no attention to him. I'm working.
That's crazy.
But it never clicked. They trying to get your attention.
I'm gonna tell you how slow I am. The same dude that told me he followed me for a week, I let him walk me home in the dark at night. Not only did I because y'all live right down the street. So not only did I ask him, did you follow me? And he said yes. And I said, okay. Did I let him walk me home?
He said walk me home, yeah.
To where I lived at.
And then you dated him.
And then I dated him. Okay. In my defense, I was 22 and he was fine. He looked good. He was very pretty. And I didn't do pretty. He broke my mold. I had not dated anybody. I was 22. I had not dated or had sex with anybody for over 2 years, almost 3 years. Right? When I left, I was done. I was done. But he was cute and he was funny. And he walked me home. I'm telling y'all, when I be talking to y'all and we be having these conversations and we doing this back and forth, I've been trying to figure out for a few years why I ain't dead or missing or in an unmarked grave somewhere in the desert. And it's funny because it's funny now. But I look back and I go, bitch, you stupid. That's why I do what I do. That's why I say what I say.
Thing I did do one time?
Huh?
A stupid thing that I did do one time?
What up?
When I was working at Blockbuster in Houston,
Mm.
I was late coming out. Like the person supposed to relieve me was late coming to work. She had a habit of that.
Mm.
And so as I come out, I actually missed my bus. I was trying to get across the street, catch my bus. My bus just kept on driving. I couldn't get across it.
Mm-hmm.
And this Indian guy, Indian guy, pulls over in his car and says, "Come on, I'll give you a ride to your next stop. I see you every day." I got in the car. I got in the car and let that man drive me to the next stop so I could catch the bus.
I was the only time. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you how growing up in a small town will fuck you up for the world. The only time that I have been smart about something, when I was how old was I? I was like 18, 19. And I was trying to lose weight. Again, I wasn't like I was now. I was maybe 18 or 16. Actually, I was like 14, but my booty was like an 18. So I had about 18 pants. So I was trying to lose a little weight, you know what I'm saying? So I would, and from where I lived, it was I want to say it was 5 miles from my house around the lake and back to my house altogether. It was 5 miles. So I walked that every day. I would walk that from my house. There was a lake, go around the lake. The entire lake was 2 miles and then back to my house. So altogether, it was like a mile and a half there, 2 miles around and a mile and a half back. So I would walk that every day. You know, I was a walker. Until I hit them stairs, I've been a walker. So walking, did that for a few days. And then one day I was walking and the trash truck, I swear to God, it was the garbage truck, slowed down in the middle of the street. Now, the street I lived on was not a street, it was a highway that went through our town. We had a little bitty town and we had one big highway that went through there to get you from one side to another side. It was straight shot, right? They stopped on the highway going in the opposite direction of what I was walking to tell me they saw me walking every day. Mm-mm. Right. So at the time, I had a German Shepherd mixed with a wolf. Somebody that the wolf hit it through the fence, made babies. And I got a puppy. And my dog didn't bark, but my dog would eat your face. So I started walking with him. And I walked with him a couple of days and I just, you know what? Because they'll kill my dog and me too. I stopped walking. That was the only time I made sense. Because I'm like, it's not to say I had nothing against trash man. They ain't got nothing to do with it. But I'm like, somebody bold enough to just stop in the middle of the highway? I see you walking every day. What's how they said it? I'm like, now understand, I am the same person that let the stalker walk me home. So I didn't stay smart. I'm the same person. They let the stalker walk me home. But I remember to this day, because here's the thing. Let me tell you how stupid I was. I didn't even think we were dating. He would come to my apartment after I moved. I moved from there to an apartment. My mom got me an apartment. And I moved to this one bedroom apartment that was like, it was further away, but it was an apartment. It wasn't like a house, a room in somebody's house. And we were still talking then. And he came over and I picked a fight with him one day. I don't even know why I picked the fight. I was like being an ass. I wasn't even mad at him about nothing. And it was his birthday. And he made me mad. He was like, I came over here to spend my birthday with you. And I didn't know he was dating. I didn't know I was supposed to be nice to him. Maybe I should have known since he was stalking me. Maybe I should have known. But at the time, I wasn't thinking like that. I was
your boyfriend from the first day he followed you. That whole week, that was your man. You know.
First of all, shut up, because that's funny too. That's funny. I didn't think like, okay. I wasn't looking for nobody.
But he found you. It didn't matter. He found you.
Why was you looking for me? I wasn't looking for nobody.
He found you and protected you all week.
And then he protected me from himself. He was, hey, what class is nigga? Look here. Hold on. And now that I think about it, because he was mad as hell. He came to the apartment and I was like, I don't even know what we was arguing about. He left to the huff and slammed the door and just slammed out. Come to find out, there was another dude that liked me too, right? He played football. And by the time I moved in the apartment, we wasn't dating like we was dating. You know, we wasn't dating no more. But he would pop up to my shit and it's like randomly. He didn't call me before he came. Popping up at somebody's house and get your feelings hurt. And clearly it did. Come to find out, him and the guy that liked me, they was playing basketball together. Hold on. because as he was leaving, the other guy was pulling up. He said, "You know, Kenya?" I said, "Who?" He said, "Yeah, we just got through playing basketball." For real? Why are you here?
Oh, something just popped up on my screen, and I was going to tell you when I first came in here. Y'all know the YouTube is down right now. We live, but YouTube is down.
For real?
Yeah, before when you went live, I was watching the video. The video ended, and usually the videos end. I try to click on, click the StreamYard thing so it refreshes, and then I could go to the next live, which I saw y'all. And so I tried to refresh. It wouldn't refresh. It just went to a blank screen and said error.
Hold on, let me see.
But I was able to click on the notifications, and I came into this live, but YouTube is down.
What happened?
Oh.
It says YouTube outage affects users globally with platform access issues.
Oh. Well, we get people coming in and out though.
Because they're already in here and they're clicking on the notification. If you click the notification, you can get to a live that's already live. But if you go to the page and try to get in,
I see what you're saying. Cause that was crazy. Cause okay, so the same dude that was playing basketball with Kenya, one night I attract crazy. So just let that be known. That same one was doing the same thing he was doing. He did. I saw you. What the hell? First of all, I had to talk to myself like, self? What? So he was like, I saw you. I was like, you saw me what? He was like, because here's the thing. I'm not your woman. You can't tell me what to do, sir. I'm grown. Leave me alone. I saw you. I knew. And he went on about thing, and he spent the night. I slept on my love seat. Because at the time when I moved in, I hadn't been too long moved in, and I hadn't got my bed yet, but I did have a pull-out couch that I slept on. And it was only like a queen size, a full size. So he was like 6'4", and he would sleep like an X. So I slept on my love seat. I'm not dealing with that. And he was like, well, come over here. I'm good. You smell like toothpaste and Noxzema. Leave me alone. I'm good. So I slept on the love seat. And he left. He had practice the next morning. So I was like, yay. So he left. So later on that night, he come back to my apartment. He knocking on the door. I know you in there. What is going on in the world? Wait a minute. I'm in my house like this. I'm in my house sitting on my couch. Like this, staring at my door like it's a TV. This nigga's outside, knocking on my door, talking about, I know you're in there. I mean, he is banging on the door. I'm sitting there going, I'm going to die. What is going on?
That's what you had crazy.
And to top off the crazy cake that was this particular time, because this was like a month, year, this, you know what I'm saying? To top off the crazy cake, to put the topper on the cake, right? I'm in school and I'm about to walk home. I'm walking home. I'm chilling. It's a cool, breezy night. I'm walking. Pull up Kenya. Please get in the car. Why would I get in the car with you, sir? What do you want? He said, please, just get in the car. Just come to my house. Just come to my house. Why am I coming to your house? What do you want? He said, I miss you, and da-da-da-da-da. He was all missing thing. I'm like, whatever. So we go over there to smoke. I am not doing nothing. He is crying. He is like, what is going on? What happened? And I'm trying to figure out. Here's the thing. Again, this is 22. When I tell y'all that 22-year-olds and 20-year-olds and shit shouldn't be married, this is why. Because this ain't just some stuff I saw on TV. This is some crazy shit I lived. I didn't have good sense in my 20 years, in my 20s, in my early 20s. I didn't have it. It wasn't here. There was no good sense. There was no good common sense up here. So I go and I know he liked me. You see what I'm saying? I go and I still kind of like him. I mean, we cool. I like him. But it's just something about him. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know that thing that you can't name, you like somebody and they really don't scare you, but it's something.
Something's
you
off.
know, it's something. Just it's like that thing that you can't touch. You don't know what it is. You can't put a word to it. I couldn't explain it to you. I couldn't explain it to you then. I damn sure can't explain it to you now. Is what that was 89, 90. How long was that? What 30 some years? That was 36 years ago. So he was like, because I never had, I think because I never had nobody really, I liked people and they liked the way I looked, but they didn't like me. I ain't never had nobody just like me, like want to, you know what I'm saying? Like want to just, I didn't realize that it was kind of serial killer, like you want to wrap me up and put me in a mummify me and put me in your basement. That's what it feel like. That's what it feel like now. But back in the day, it didn't feel like that. So when I got to the house, he was just begging and crying and pleading, and we ended up. But you know what I'm saying. And again, he was cool. I was fine with it. I wasn't scared of him. But now that I look back, I'm like, I was one date away from being a statistic. If I'd have kept going on with Stalker Man. If I'd have opened that door when he was out there beating on the door, I know you're in there. Is he in there? It's who, man? What is going on? What are people? Because see, I don't understand, man. This is what I understand. You want me, but you don't want me. We ain't going on no dates. You ain't taking me around your friends. We not chilling. Well, Kenya was, but that's all do. We wasn't doing that. And it wasn't because I guess he wanted. I just didn't want to. But you didn't ask either. You see what I'm saying? It was, I'm sure if I'd have wanted to go out to dinner, he would have took me or hang out, he would have hung because he wanted to be around me, but I didn't want to and you didn't ask. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And I guess, I mean, I think it was a combination of me being young and the fact that I was kind of, not knowing what I really wanted and not seeing a future. Because to me, even when I was young, I needed to see the next 5 or 6 years, not just tomorrow. If I can't picture you in my head being some dude I'm taking to my mama's house for Thanksgiving or whatever, whoop-de-whoop, then you just somebody I'm dealing with right now. And you can go deal with whoever you want to deal with. I'm cool. I promise you I ain't jealous. I promise you. Amen. Switch it.
Been 2 hours.
Oh, we've been on here 2 hours. Hold on. Yup. Leilani, we've been on here 2 hours. How long you been on here? About an hour.
A little under.
Hey. I guess we got to get off. It's almost 10 o'clock though. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it on my crazy note. If y'all listen to this video and y'all can take anything away from it that will help you or help your kids or whatever, if I got to be a cautionary tale, that's cool. Tell your daughters, please pay attention to their surroundings because somebody will stalk them. Or your sons. It could be your sons. I don't care. Use me as a cautionary tale so that they do better. Because it ain't like it used to be. Thank you, Leilani, my sister from another mister, my co-hostess with the mostest. I appreciate you getting up here helping me out. Thank you so much. I would like to thank everybody who came through, who said hello, goodbye, or any comment in between. Thank you so much, guys. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Maybe we'll think of something else for me to talk about, and I'll be back. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that anytime we drop a video or go live, you guys can join us. Leilani, you got anything coming up?
Nope.
Okay. Baby, I always got something coming up. I rarely know about it, so y'all will see it when I do. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please take care of your babies. Please believe your babies. That's it. Bye, y'all.
Hey. Let's see how you do under pressure. I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on to the next. Fuck this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Oh shit, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they